Here's the reality of running an online service-based business. And this may come at a bit of a surprise to you because you may not realize that this actually can be the reality. And, online businesses is sunshine and rainbows, and, you just start to make money and money just flows, and all the things you see on these entrepreneurs online showing you what life can look like, right? And look, life can look like that, and life does look like that, but for short periods of the year. The other periods of the year, it's a slogfest. 95% of entrepreneurship is dealing with problems. When you get to a point where you have a team, your team isn't doing their part. No one is going to work as hard as the entrepreneur. No one's going to work as hard as the founder and the owner. And that's why they get paid the most, because we take on all the risk. People are going to refund. People are going to complain. People are not going to show up to sales calls. People are going to ghost you in the DMs. Money is not going to just flow every single day. It doesn't just happen like that. And obviously when you have a system and a process and your content, your ads and your referral systems, they're running, of course clients come through. But in the end of the day, there are always slow periods. There are always a higher level of expenses. Now, when I first got into entrepreneurship, I never thought I would have the life that I have today, and not in the sense where I didn't think I was going to make it. No, I knew I was going to make it. That was given to me. I always knew from a very young age that I will be successful in business regardless. But I didn't understand what would happen to me in the pursuit of trying to become successful. Everybody is here to fuck you over. Everybody is here to make $1 from you. Nobody's your friend. And if they are your friend, there's a reason for it. It's all transactional, and that's okay. I'm genuinely okay with that. I don't really care. But the one thing I do care about the most is the fact that everyone is after you, and everybody is happy to see you win until you do better than them. That's where the jealousy comes in. And this year has been an absolute slogfest. Dude, my break even for this entire year has been 25 grand a month. And that's purely because I had dramas last year with a ex-partner, business partner, and not only did I have to fork out a certain amount of money and a really bad loan to get rid of him, but I also had the ramifications of what that individual did in the business. My taxes, the BAS statements, the loans, the debt to the ATO. There's so many things, man. That was literally $10,000 a month just to pay back loans, and at a very high interest rate as well. So it's just it just shows you when it comes down to online businesses, please do it by yourself. That's the biggest recommendation I can ever make to anyone, is do it by yourself. And if your goal is, your dream is business, and you want to run an online coaching business like me, you want to run this service-based business, a coaching business, a consulting business, whatever, same thing, right? Do it by yourself. Don't do it with anyone else, because no one's going to work as hard as you. No one's going to care as much as you. And people are going to fuck you over. Nobody's going to work as hard. Even if you're in a partnership 50-50, that doesn't mean shit. That person's still going to come up with a reason and an excuse to not do the work. But it's your business. It's your dream. It's your goal. You will outwork anybody. I have done more blood, sweat, and tears. I have done the most I have ever worked in my entire life this year. And it's still hard. It's still difficult. But I'm pushing boundaries I never thought I'd push before. And this year has been a very, very successful year for me. Void of the extreme amount of expenses, literally my expenses being over $200,000 this year. It's okay, because I'm gonna get the fuck out of this. There's one thing that I've learned through the journey of entrepreneurship, and that I dreamt about this moment. I dreamt about this day when I was 17, sitting at home, smoking weed, playing Call of Duty, thinking to myself, one day I'll make it. Don't know how, I'm gonna make it. Watching Christian Guzman, watching the Hodge twins, watching Max Tuning, watching people building their own dreams, filming content. I was like, if they can do it, I can do it too. And I dreamt about just making it one day. Having money, simple things, making 100K. Just being able to be self-sufficient, not only have to worry about anything. I've had 13 jobs in my entire life. 13 jobs. And I've left 12 of them and got fired from one of them. I always knew listening to a manager was never gonna work for me. I can't. I have the ego, right? I just can't do it. But in the pursuit of asking for this and dreaming for this, there has to be a prerequisite. There has to be a level of test. There has to be a test in order for you to pass, in order to get to where you want to get to. And for me, that test was going against the norm of an Indian household, dropping out of uni, and just moving out at a young age and doubling down on content and on the coaching side of things. Taking the risk to say, fuck it. I've seen people make it happen, I can make it too. But also going through one of the hardest years of my life. Having to pay out an ex-business partner almost 6 figures. Having this much money to break even every single month, to meet payroll, to pay my fucking staff, to make sure the lights are on, to make sure my dog is okay, my partner is okay, to literally carry the emotional baggage of my clients, to carry the emotional baggage of myself, my partner, my family, and still pushing through, and still having to show up every single day and just walk through and say, I'm still going to be positive. I'm still going to make it. I'm still going to just try the best that I can possibly. And this shit is not for the faint-hearted. It is quite literally one of the most difficult things you can do, because I truly believe most people would have quit through what I've gone through already. And to be fair, what I'm currently going through doesn't make it any easy. You only fail when you quit. So if you keep showing up every single day, you will never fail. And you'll only be successful. And that's all that I've learned. I had this thought and this realization sitting on the balcony 2 days ago. And that was, everything that I'm going through right now is a prerequisite in order for me to become successful. There is no way in hell I can become successful and make 7 figures and do all the things I want to do if I don't go through what I'm going through right now, because I won't be able to maintain 7 figures because I don't know what real pain is, what the feeling of losing money is like, what the feeling is of attaining that money is like. Like when you lose so much money and when you have to work so hard for that money just to pay back fucking loans and shit like that, it's like, holy fuck, I value the dollar so much. I don't want to lose this. But then you have to slog it every day. There's so much anxiety, there's so much depression, there's so much self-doubt, there's just so much just fucking bullshit clogging your mind. But the reality is, these are all prerequisites. And if I continue to feel like shit, I am losing the battle. I have to just understand that this is part of the plan. I'm meant to feel like shit. I am literally meant to go through this. This is literally the plan that has been made for me. I just have to follow it and trust the process, just like coaching. When you have a coach and you've hired a coach, they've set out a plan for you. You just follow it and you get the results. God has set the plan for me. This is what I have to go through in order for me to get to where I want to get to. And if I decide to go on a detour, then I'm taking a break from the actual journey, from the actual plan. But if I show up every single day and I continue to battle like the mental demons in my head, to continue to focus and continue to push through, then I will get to where I want to get to, because this is a prerequisite. I can't get there if I don't go through here. And whatever thing you're going through, whatever pain you're going through, you need to understand that this is part of the plan. And this is a prerequisite in order for you to get to where you want to get to. Nothing is easy, bro. It is always going to be hard. It's going to be harder than you think it's going to be. If you think it's hard, times it by fucking 100, and that's where it's going to be at. But I promise you, if you just keep pushing, you keep fighting, you keep showing up, you will see the benefits, bro. I know at the start of this video, I'm fucking starting off a little bit more like sad and shit. But the reality is, me filming this video today is a absolute necessity in order for me to fucking go hard. In order for me to change my mindset and push the fucking entire day. And you watching this right now is the exact same thing. I hope you get some benefit out of watching this, because it's a realization. I had a fucking conversation with my client Anya the other day, and this is what I was telling her. I was like, I'm going through a process where I just had to refund like a fucking $3,000 program to a client that I just signed up. right? And that's a kick in the fucking balls, bro. When you just like, you achieve that and you have to refund it, and it's like, fuck, man. Like, I was going towards a particular goal this month and I'm not able to fucking hit that goal now because of this one refund. I need to push even harder. But it's that instant like kick in the balls, bro. It stuck. It stings, bro. It sucks. But I sat there, swallowed my pain, and I helped my client Anya. I came home, my partner, she's crying because she's stressed, because she's feeling a little bit like lost and confused and doesn't know what she's doing right now because her life has completely changed recently, and I'm there to take her emotional baggage again. And then my client's emotional baggage, and then my family's emotional baggage, and then my own emotional baggage, bro. And I still fucking push through every single day. And it's just like what I teach my clients is the things I reflect about the most, and it's like how I want to present everything else. I hope that even makes sense. I'm just going on a random tangent right now. But what I was saying was like my client Anya has been going through a bunch of shit recently, and I provided her with the knowledge that I'm giving you guys today, and this is something that she wrote down. Number one, it's all part of the plan. Everything you're doing right now is all part of the plan, and in order for you to achieve that, you need to be into the season of no. And that season of no is if anything is taking you away from your path, the answer is no. If your friend wants to drink on the weekend, you say no. If your friend wants to smoke on the weekend, you say no. And if you say no and they don't reach out to you anymore, guess what, brother? That's not your fucking friend. And they never were. And they were just somebody to fill a void of loneliness. Get comfortable in solitude. Solitude is your best friend. The things that get you towards your goals, they're your best friend. This camera is my best friend. The gym is my other best friend. My partner, obviously my best friend. My dog. These things are all pushing me to where I want to get to, which means they help me. They're my friends. The people that are taking me away from my goals, honestly, they're not my fucking friends. And I've had to cut so many people that I thought were my friends off this year and last year. And it hurts every single time. But the reality is, the more you cut off, the further you go in life. So be in the season of no. Understand that the pain that you're going through today is part of the plan. And I promise you'll come out on the other side. You'll be so proud of the man that you've become. I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna train fucking hard today. I turned 28 on Saturday. I'm gonna be going on a trip, which I actually will be vlogging. So I'll be vlogging that trip. I'll be taking you on the journey of I don't know, something cool. Like, I'm gonna be making a whole bunch of content on the weekend. I've got a cool like tiny home in the middle of I always say Bathurst, but it's not Bathurst, it's like further inland of Australia, where like I have an infrared sauna, a private ice bath, a private gym, and like stars and like it's so sick. Then I'm going to a beach house in the entrance. So I'm gonna take you guys on the 4-day venture. I'm gonna try and make 4 vlogs out of it. I'm gonna just make a bunch of content and essentially go from there. So I'm Jeed. I hope you're Jeed. Let's fucking smash the year, bro. We're in the end of October. We're coming towards November, December. Q4 is always one of the hardest seasons, whether you're in e-com or whether you're in a service-based business. And you know, it is difficult because you can make a lot of money, you can lose a lot of money, you can do nothing, right? So let's all fucking smash it. Let's all go hard. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Go fucking kill it, G.